Every generation feels like something went wrong, like they were promised a future that never fully arrived. Older generations call it weakness. Younger generations call it burnout, but neither explanation is accurate. What's really happening is quieter than that. Each generation is reacting to a system that trained them for a world that changed mid-game. No announcement, no reset, just new rules. And most people never realize the rules change. For a long time, success followed a simple structure. Work hard, stay consistent, be loyal, and over time, life would stabilize. That system rewarded patience more than awareness. You didn't need to question much. You just needed to endure. And for decades, it worked. But the system didn't collapse loudly. It eroded slowly. By the time it stopped working, people were already committed to it. Effort stopped guaranteeing progress. Loyalty stopped guaranteeing security. Time stopped guaranteeing stability. And no one told people to update their expectations. The next generation noticed this first. They watched effort fail in real time. They saw people do everything right and still fall behind. So they adapted. They learned flexibility. They learned skepticism. They learned how to pivot. But what they gained in adaptability, they lost in certainty. They don't trust systems easily. They don't believe stability is guaranteed. And they live with constant background pressure. Not because they're weak, but because the ground keeps shifting. Then came the youngest generation. They didn't inherit broken systems. They inherited awareness of broken systems. From an early age, they saw comparison, injustice, possibility, and failure. All at once, they learned what's wrong with the world. Before they learned how to stand inside it, they learned expression before structure, visibility before identity. So they see everything, but they don't feel in control of much. That doesn't create laziness. It creates paralysis. Here's what no one says out loud. Every generation is optimized for a world that no longer exists. Older generations were trained for stability, but stability disappeared. Middle generations were trained for adaptability, but adaptability never stops exhausting them. Younger generations were trained for awareness, but awareness without agency creates anxiety. Each group thinks the others are failing, but all of them are responding logically to outdated rules. This is why motivation feels broken now. In the past, effort led to progress. Now, effort often leads to visibility, not control. You can work harder than ever and still feel replaceable. You can learn faster than ever and still feel behind. You can express yourself perfectly and still feel ignored. That disconnect drains people quietly. Here's a rule most people miss. Motivation collapses when effort and outcome disconnect, not when people get lazy, not when discipline disappears, but when the brain stops trusting the reward system. And right now, many people don't trust the system they're inside. Another rule. Every generation is judged by standards that no longer apply. Older generations are judged for being rigid, but rigidity once kept things working. Younger generations are judged for being sensitive, but sensitivity is a survival response to overload. Middle generations are judged for being cynical, but cynicism comes from repeated disappointment. These traits weren't chosen, they were trained. This is why advice doesn't land anymore. Just work harder doesn't work. In a world of diminishing returns, just be patient doesn't work. In a world that keeps accelerating, just be yourself doesn't work when identity itself feels unstable. Each generation is speaking a different psychological language, so they talk past each other. Here's the real shift. Success used to come from fitting into systems. Now it comes from positioning outside of them. Loyalty mattered before, leverage matters now. Careers mattered before, optionality matters now. Permission mattered before, self-authorization matters now. That transition feels disorienting, especially without guidance. This is where most people get stuck. They keep using old strategies. In a new environment, they apply patience. Where precision is required, they apply effort. Where leverage is needed, they apply noise. Where clarity would work better. And when it fails, they blame themselves. Nothing is wrong with them. They're just playing the wrong game. No generation is lost. They're unaligned, aligned to outdated incentives, outdated timelines, outdated definitions of success. And until those definitions update, confusion will feel personal. What actually works now is not louder effort, it's clarity. Knowing what game you're in, knowing which rules matter, knowing which outcomes are worth chasing. Clarity reduces anxiety faster than motivation ever could. So stop asking, why is this so hard? Start asking, What rules am I still following that no longer apply? That question alone removes a lot of pressure. Feeling lost isn't failure, it's feedback. The map changed, and the people who regain control first aren't the loudest or the busiest. They're the ones who update their internal rules quietly. If this shifted how you see yourself, subscribe to Infinite Alpha Mind. We don't teach louder confidence. We teach quieter power.